Hey, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to the courtroom of cluelessness. Oh man, I completely forgot to check last episode before hitting record. Or to get the walkthrough ready or anything. Okay, we're off to a horrendously bad start already. Right, let's just go from the beginning and press everyone. Don't think we're going to get far, but we cannot present anything here. And randomly opening up the pit hasn't done any wonders for the lives so far, so let's get on with it. We may be able to mash through some of this. Okay. No one's freaking out. Okay, I think strong alibi. Yeah, so he's not really useful for anything. But he's quite biased from the last case, so that makes sense. So we're still talking about the books rather than the stabbing, so yeah. Okay, yeah, we seem to be able to... Yeah, we can definitely skip through this. If you haven't, if it's a new bit of dialogue, then you can't mash. So, very quick test there. But I definitely remember her rambling on about the modern stuff. Still no one freaking out. Let's do our very best. Okay, cool. Right. We did this like 4 times last episode, but sure. Okay, we'll gently mash here because someone will react at some point. But maybe now we got juror number, I think, 5 to do his thing. We should react here, because I think if we let this play out, it's pretty bad. Pretty sure, anyway. Okay, so yeah, I guess there was no exclamation sort of gimmick because we completely followed up that line of investigation. So that's fine, we'll press again. So if a complete line of juror pressing brings up nothing, then we're just going to have to open up the pit and see what happens. Which is unfortunate. Come on then, gentle mash. Because I'm not really sure what else a walkthrough could offer us. Really don't. Okay, that was slightly not mashable there. Okay, here we go. Oh, you can't waste time deciding. No, I think we read this last time. Maybe because we did get a few game overs there. So maybe we've just seen it and haven't saved since then. Yeah, because I can't mash your thighs either, but we've definitely seen this. Perhaps I missed something while I was preoccupied. Okay. Let's get a little save on there, just in case. Oops, not that one. Oh, not that it massively matters. 0 progression apart from a few now mashable dialogue options. Okay, press him. Unable to mash this, but that's fine. Yeah, I definitely remember reading this. Come on, I just want a bit of progression. Tyson Fury's fighting in like an hour. Come on! Cupped in the glass. Yeah, definitely read this. A damn bathtub? Even beefier than you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no reactions there, but I don't remember them being any last time. And I'm pretty sure we pressed juror number 6 as well, separately. Oh man, if we're just going to have to pit 1 against 2, then 1 against 3, then 1 against 4, and so on, that is going to be long, but screw it. We're just going to have to brute force this because I'm all out of ruddy ideas. have a weapon. Okay, so potentially it's going to have to be 4 against 1 than 4 against 2 if 4's apparently that important of a statement. Now he's updated it. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it! For the final time, hold it! Okay, memorable birthdays? Yeah, cool. Definitely read this as well, unfortunately. If for some reason anyone's missing all the silly voices, you definitely need to check last episode. Although it will be this level of cluelessness, just with a bit more silliness. He definitely wants to be, but actually this old man's anecdote might just provide the alternative explanation. Okay. So 6 and 5 are ridiculously important. Okay, so the window is open when they were arguing that day. So this this little hint thing we get at the end of all the jurors may actually be quite helpful here. Yes, she's finally admitted to it, which is a very significant victory for the defence. Okay, I feel like the fog's starting to clear and an alternative explanation to this case is starting to show itself. Well, that makes one of us. Oh man. Okay, so now at least everything is mashable. Okay, so not him. Okay. 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 Maybe?
Objection!
No way! First time we get music stopping? Oh yeah. Okay. Slight hunch there worked out. Those two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection. So we've already got a different dialogue option. Good grief. You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, Counsel, at once. Juror number 2, do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative? Oh my, whatever do you mean? Look at that smile. An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back. What are you talking about? We've demonstrated that the 4th book, The Lion's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in his room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the household to the streets below. Oh man, I'm so happy we got progression here without a damn walkthrough. I love it. Hey, what's that now? After all, she could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Isn't that right, juror number 4? What are you insinuating now, you little beanpole? I'm beginning to think that ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened. Now you listen here, you Eastern Gala. As the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer. You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out of the house, but what? What was it? Okay, well it's really obvious what it is, but we should go for the safety saver. Well, we should do that anyway now because we've got the old progression, but yeah. I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. Apart from... But I'm certain that at the very least this warrants further investigation. Alright, Mr. Foreman. I'll try to explain the defence's theory. The other object that found its way from the household to the scene of the crime was... the book! No, of course it's the knife.
Take that!
Oh, music didn't get stopped, which is worrying. Hey, nice. The slow fade out got me there. Juror number 4. What now? I must apologise in advance for this. Oh yeah, if we dust that for prints, case closed, surely. But I need you to confirm something else for the court. Oh wait, maybe fingerprints weren't a gimmick. This is set like 100 years or so, or even more, right? Damn. This knife. Have you ever seen this knife before? There are no initials on it, so it's a plain knife, this case. Ah!
Good Lord, Counsel, what on earth are you doing? That's the weapon that was lodged in the victim's back, man.
Batman, a close cousin of Batman. My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, they were in the throes of an argument. She was hurling anything she could at her husband, who'd been backed up against a window that had been opened to clear the smoke, and through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. You can't seriously believe that. The book was found in the victim's grasp. Are you saying that it flew out of the window and across the street to land neatly in her hand? Huh, even my missus hasn't got a name like that. Yes, I admit, there are many details we don't yet understand. But that's the point. That's precisely why. We must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. Oh my. Ah! Your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not? Oh, Ah! What? She fainted? I don't like this. Oh, it's looking good, my lord. I wish to change my decision. I'm a woman of my word, after all. Thank you, madam. What, is he going to do it too? Yes, I agree. I certainly didn't see this coming, but... Get ready for the shinku. I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now with so many unanswered questions. Mr. Foreman. I'd have to agree. Not that I think the granny didn't mind. Oh, everyone's charging up the shinku. Yeah, you know what? I'm not quite happy about this at the moment either. All together now, ladies and gents. Hadouken! Hell yeah, bring down those scales. Who's left? Just the old man? Oh, that must have been everyone. We did it. Oh, congratulations.
So, as a result of the defense's summation examination, a number of jurors' leanings have changed.
God damn, this is like a tennis match. So damn back and forth.
2 jurors called guilty against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided. This trial will continue.
Hey, we dug ourselves out of that deep, deep, deep hole. Nice. More judge time, okay.
Now then, how does the prosecution wish to proceed?
Right. He got another glass out. Surely he's going to throw it in about 30 seconds.
This trial is rapidly descending into a farce.
Damn.
Like a corked wine, the first few sips are bitter enough.
Yep, called it. This guy's so weird.
But what follows is so repugnant, it's good for nothing save the gutter.
If I may, the defense has just put forward a credible alternative explanation for what happened.
Credible? Is that your considered opinion, Mr. Foreman? The defense's argument is a joke to which I barely know how to respond. But let me start by insisting. that you must all familiarize yourselves better with the relative positions of those places being discussed.
What do you mean by that? What's his angle this time? Oh no, he's just gonna tear our defense to shreds. I can feel it.
It should already be more than apparent that between the crime scene and the Garadeb household runs a rather wide street, Briar Road. Which means that the distance from the house to the scene is some, yes, 15 yards.
Let me see. 15 yards. That's around 14 meters. 14 meters? Oh, that's a little farther than I'd imagined. Oh, but maybe we'll uncover some crazy bit of info where she was like a shot put champion in school or some shit.
And as you ladies and gentlemen of the jury rightly noted as having portentous significance, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches.
Okay, so he's agreeing with that, but not the knife? Maybe he is instantly protesting that.
In other words, the smouldering book, wantonly hurled by the lady of the house, travelled some 15 yards to land on the opposite side of the road, neatly between the collapsed victim's fingers and thumb.
No, she could have caught the book before she was stabbed. Like, hey, burning book from the sky, I'll take that. My back!
Is that your final conclusion, my learned and deluded friend? And did the jackknife follow an identical trajectory to plunge into the middle of the victim's back?
Yeah, the knife is fair enough tossing the book that far, but throwing a knife and it actually stabbing someone from that distance is quite crazy. If it was something like a javelin, you could understand it, right?
This fantasy is somewhat stretching the notion of having a bad day for the victim, I think.
Yeah, good point. That is a series of unfortunate events.
Even those pathetic serialized detective stories have more believable plots.
Yep, and they're pretty far-fetched. There's nothing I can say to that. That prosecutor loves the sound of his own voice. Serialized detective stories are pathetic, are they? How dare he? Oh, yo, standing up for shows, okay. Maybe let's pick our battles here. What? She came round to the stand? My lord, might I be allowed to speak?
As judicial assistant, you may speak for the defense, yes. Go ahead.
The prosecution may consider the idea a fantasy, but what the defence has postulated was believable enough to persuade the jury to change its leaning. And as such, the court has a duty to explore this alternative explanation as thoroughly as possible. Yeah, I like that. Good logic there. Don't freak out. Remember why we're here and what we're doing. I like that. Helping us keep a cool, calm and collected head. To that end... Uh-oh. That sounds like a big but. Juror number 4 must be called to testify and submit to cross-examination. Yeah, I was thinking the husband might come in just because they're a bit too close to the case to be on the jury, man.
Saints alive! A cross-examination of a juror?
Yeah, that is pretty nuts. You would imagine that never gets done.
Order! 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 Well, it is highly irregular. It is unprecedented for a member of the jury to be summoned to the witness stand.
Objection. Yeah, because you're meant to be completely impartial. What is he doing?
And unnecessary. There are already witnesses in the stand whose testimony the defense may further cross-examine.
Yeah, but this one sounds really important, mate. Don't just try and palm someone else off on us.
If my learned friend's farcical theory has any truth in it, then both a burning book and a jackknife must have flown through the sky before this couple's eyes.
Oh, yeah, completely forgot about them. Oops.
And we must assume they would be able to testify accordingly.
No, not really. If he's sleepwalking and, I don't know, she's looking behind because she's having to drag him around by his scarf.
What say you, witnesses?
Okay, new testimony. Has she just been making him shadowbox all this time? Worst nap ever.
Yes, sir. Constable Rolly Beats reporting for duty, sir.
Well, good morning, officer.
Sorry for dozing until now, sir. I haven't slept for a month on account of a villain who's appeared on my beat, sir.
Will this be connected to the case? This immediately sounds interesting.
Oh, they are so heroic, these London bobbies.
Patricia, my darling, I've been neglecting you, but no more.
Oh, Rowley, my hero, you make me swoon.
Very well. I hereby reject the defence's request.
No, what? Judge, can't you see how important this is and how dodgy one of your jury members is? At the very least, swap her out for someone impartial.
Oh,
And order the witnesses in the stand to testify again.
Okay, so we just need to officially break these two and then we can get access to her, hopefully.
State forthwith before the court any details pertaining to the defence's alternative explanation of events.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's see what yarn they're going to spin. Whew, definite progression here. Constable Beats report. This case has nothing to do with them. Believe me, a London Bobby is good for his word. Okay, that's... we can just ignore that. You see, sir, the windows on the top floor of the house are top hinge casements.
obviously if anything had been thrown out of the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Rowley was there to make sure nothing was disturbed.
Damn it, it doesn't sound like it was anyone inside the snowman after all.
I didn't take my eye off the crime scene for one moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir.
I refuse to believe that because you've been asleep for the last hour.
Well, this is quite startling. Top-hinged casement windows.
That detail was not in the police report, Constable.
Ah, yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy.
You cannot excuse your sins of drowsiness every time, Constable.
No, sir. Yes or no, sir?
Sorry, but what exactly is the top hinged casement window?
Yep. Explain it to me.
And you cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend.
Oh, shut up and explain, you ass.
I found it. Cast your mind back to the windows in their room.
Alright, I'll try. Get ready for the flashback. Oh, okay, I get you.
So the window opens in order to allow air to circulate inside the house.
Pretty sure I've only seen those sort of windows in the UK. I might be wrong.
But as it's a top hinge casement window, it swings open along the upper edge, you see.
Yeah, so you're not really chucking stuff out of that window unless you're sort of sticking an arm out to do it first, I suppose. Or you get some ridiculous ricochet shot.
I'm glad you've rectified your ignorance. A casement window's most prominent feature is its stay A metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents it opening? This is all news to me.
Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or knife were to have been thrown through the open window, it would have clattered against a pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below.
Which would be fine, but we're on the opposite side of the street, so, yep, that's a massive hole in that theory. No!
You see the problem then? Good. Your education in windows is complete.
Man, don't be an ass about it.
There was never any possibility of either the book or the knife travelling 15 yards over the road. That is, unless the window pane had been shattered. Something we've discounted already.
That can't be.
Did you see that, Roly? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
What?
Oh yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how he crumbled before me.
Oh, Roly, you're so strong.
What? How is this happening? I haven't even started the cross-examination yet, and already my argument's been destroyed. That sounds like an interesting place to leave it there. Right then, guys, all hope seems lost, but we will check things out next time. Right, unsure if I want to do a double episode of this or not. We may just carry on. But, yeah, either way, we'll leave it there. Righty guys, if you like the looks of any of the suggested videos flooding your screen at this very second, then check some of them out, and more importantly, let me know what you thought. Because you know I love that truth-related feedback, honey. If you've missed any of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles so far, then catch up. And of course guys, the main thing as always, I hope you're well, thanks for watching, and see you again next time.